How are you noticing your daughter using social media, using technology that makes you think about what's ahead rather than what people are doing in your rearview mirror?
Yeah, well, it's certainly the case that my daughter and all of her friends are very, very comfortable jumping in and out of different applications. They are absolutely not of the opinion that I want a one-size-fits-all app that I'll go to where, everybody is and I do everything there. They hop in and out of Snapchat and Twitter and, on and on and on, and they've got N number of apps on their phone. So I think that will continue to be the case. It's very easy for them to hop back and forth between things, and I don't think the notion of consolidation means anything to teens. They don't care about consolidation. They're happy to bounce back and forth between these things.
Do you ever worry this peripatetic sort of behavior and the way people are consuming information is contributing to a lack of depth and substance and kind of a very superficial knowledge and understanding of the world around us?
No. And and I'll tell you what I mean by that. So I'll sometimes get asked, don't you feel that the 140 characters has meant that just people don't think deeply about things anymore, and they only say five words, and then they move on to the next thing? The reality is that you don't look at haiku and say, aren't you worried that this format is going to prevent people from thinking deeply when you can only use this many words, and it has to be set this way? I think that people develop language for creatively communicating within whatever kind of constraints you set for people. And I go back to frankly, the beauty of the language that Twitter has created, right? This woman who works for me told me she was in a gift store in an airport a couple months ago, and a girl walked up to her dad and said, "Hey, Dad, what's #OneDad mean?" And the dad was, "Well, what are you talking about?" And the woman who works for me was thinking, #OneDad. And she went over and showed him this coffee mug that said #1Dad. And she was, what is #OneDad?
That is so funny.
And so, this language evolves, and there's this interesting evolution. And it doesn't mean that daughter's not thinking deeply about anything. She's asking an insightful question about it.